I want to tell you something really important about grit and about quitting because something happened years ago that I still think about all the time. I took a year-long leadership program that was really awesome. It changed my life, truly. Like I learned so much. But over the course of this leadership program, I actually gave up all my leadership roles. All the things I'd been doing. I was on committees, I was a medical director of a free clinic. I did all this stuff that meant a lot to me and that I loved, but also I was kind of done with. And so, I instead of sticking with it, I quit. And I felt so guilty because I was going into the very last day of this leadership program where we were supposed to report on like all the things that we'd done, all the amazing changes we'd made in our lives. And I happened to be put in a group with the person in charge of the whole organization that was running this leadership program, who I looked up to very much. I thought she was amazing. And I'll never forget this. She said, "That's wonderful. That means you're available when the right leadership opportunity comes along and you'll be able to do what you're supposed to be doing." And that was such a mindset shift for me that, first of all, I was able to get out of things. That was a huge step to quit anything. But then that she responded in such a positive way. And you know what happened after that? COVID. And you know what I did? I started teaching pre-med online, which is definitely something I was not planning on doing with my life. Like when I was a kid, we didn't have online. There was no such thing. You couldn't do live online stuff. I mean, my first laptop was like 16 pounds, I think. Like it was a brick. So this was not a plan for my future. And here it is, something I absolutely love. And I know that I've made a huge difference. My earliest students from back in 2020, they're going into college or in some countries into medical school where they go straight out of high school. I have students in medical school who are like competent and like not just in anatomy, but in being a human. And I got to help with that. And I couldn't have done that if I was so tied up in all my old stuff that I couldn't do my new thing. And now this is such a better fit for me. And I love what I do. And I know I've helped thousands of students around the world. Like, what? That was not something I thought was going to happen, but I was ready for it. And sometimes grit and hanging in there and forcing yourself to do the thing, you're not quitting the thing you're supposed to quit in order to do the thing you're supposed to do. So sometimes the best thing you can do is give up and walk away from something so you're available and ready for the right thing to come along so you can jump at it and do the thing. Here we are. I'm so glad it worked out.